Hello students, welcome. I am Miss Nila, Assistant Professor from the Department of Food Technology in SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about the principles and theory of drying. So, first a quick puzzle to activate your brain and then let us get into the topic. So, what's the basic principle of drying? Drying is the removal of moisture from wet solid by evaporation. It involves simultaneous heat and mass transfer. Heat is supplied to the product and moisture moves out into the air. So, the driving force is the vapor pressure difference between the product surface and the surrounding air. So we dry the product to reduce moisture to a safe level so that the mold, insects and other microorganisms cannot grow. So looking at the picture, so it shows a drying rate curve. It has three main stages. So one is the preheating period or the transient period where the product simply warms up. Okay, so and then the second stage is the constant rate period. So in this the surface is wet, the evaporation rate is constant and it depends on the velocity of air and humidity. So the third stage is uh, falling rate period. So the internal moisture moves slowly to the surface by diffusion so that uh, the rate the rate of drying uh, automatically decreases. Finally, we reach the equilibrium moisture content, so EMC of the product is reached where no more moisture is there to be removed. So the next one is factors which affects drying. So there are so many factors that affects drying like the air temperature. So higher the air temperature, it increases the evaporation and relative humidity. So lower the relative humidity gives a stronger driving force and faster the airflow, it removes moist air quickly, and then the initial moisture content and the product type also matters, right? And the pre treatment like cleaning or blanching that really helps to speed up the drying process. So what is the next one? So inside the product, moisture moves by various mechanisms like liquid diffusion, capillary movement, vapor diffusion, etc. So liquid diffusion is due to the concentration gradients, and the capillary action. In capillary action, moisture moves due to the surface tensions, in particularly in porous materials. Next one is vapor diffusion. It occurs through pores. So we must avoid case hardening. So when this surface dries too fast or forms a hard crust that traps internal moisture, so that consistent drying time is necessary to avoid the surface hardening or case hardening. This is called the case hardening. Fine. So the next one is types of drying methods. So what are the different types of drying methods? That is natural drying like sun or shade, which is cheap but slow, weather dependent, and it is also risky due to contamination issues because it is the product will be dried in open air, open environment, right? That is the reason. And the artificial or mechanical drying, which uses the controlled temperature and airflow systems to give faster and better quality results. So we can do thin layer drying for small batches or deep bed drying for large volumes. So common dryers include tray dryer, fluidized bed dryer, rotary dryer, tunnel dryer, tray dryer, etc. And this is the image which shows the thin layer drying and the deep bed drying. So in the first picture left side, it is a thin layer. So it is a wide tray where the products are placed in a single layer. Okay, so in this single layer almost each of the product will have their surface uh, in contact with the tray and also with the upper side air, that is environmental air, or the air which passes in the like drying systems. So in this the heat transfer happens and the water moves through capillary spaces and gets out of the products through its surface layers, and automatically it gets evaporated in the drying environment. So in deep bed, so look at the picture at the right side. So this is a deep bed where the thickness of the product is so big. So it starts from zone A to zone C. So where the uh, either the high volumes of food is dried in the deep bed drying method of drying. Okay. So, to conclude, drying is a critical post harvest step that helps preserve food, reduce weight for transport, and increases shelf life. So, by understanding the principles, drying rate curve, and controlling the right factors, we can achieve safe and high quality dried products. Thank you.